Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a police chase in northern Maine ended with a pair of arrests of two out-of-state individuals at the Maine-Canada border.
Plus, we spoke to multiple campaigns linked to the two referendum questions on the November 4th ballot. We'll find out if more funding correlates to the results.
And it's been over 700 days since University of Maine graduate student workers unionized, but they're still without their first union contract. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories. We'll also meet up with some residents on Maple Street in Bangor, well known as a hot spot for Halloween trick-or-treating.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what they think about the big rush that they're getting prepared for coming up.
Definitely.
But first, to check that forecast, and it looks like today will be kind of quiet, but then some rain moving in just in time for Halloween.
We're going to turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. A small craft advisory has been extended until Friday at around 6 p.m. as we are watching some active surf still. Gale watch is still posted until 8 o'clock coming up on your Saturday, and that is in the evening time frame. So let's move forward. High pressure is overhead, keeping us quiet, and we will be quiet today under a mostly cloudy sky, but we are watching our next area of low pressure. And look at this large system that is causing a lot of rain to develop. The lightning tracker is on, and there's a few bolts developing, but all of this right there will be moving in our direction with some good beneficial rainfall. We need it really bad, and this will be moving in our direction very soon. Futurecast showing the rainfall that will be approaching later on tonight, and that will continue as we head towards Friday morning. So your hourly forecast showing clouds today, and the rain approaches later on tonight in the parts of Friday morning. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Well, Maine State Police are investigating the death of a Kennebunk man who authorities say was found in a bog in Hancock County. According to Maine State Police, on Tuesday, troopers responded to Township 41 off the Stud Mill Road after receiving a report of an unattended death. Authorities say 70-year-old David Bridges of Kennebunk was found deceased in a bog just off the roadway. According to police, Bridges appeared to have been fur trapping in that area. The Office of Chief Medical Examiner in Augusta will determine the cause and manner of Bridges' death, but state police said his death does not appear to be suspicious.
Well, with people preparing to head to the polls in just under a week, we are still awaiting any details from the investigation into 250 ballots from Ellsworth ending up in a woman's Amazon package in Newburgh. ABC 7 and Fox 22 checked in with the Secretary of State's office to see where that investigation stands. A spokesperson for the Office of the Secretary of State told us that the investigation is not closed and law enforcement is working diligently to get to the bottom of what happened. In an email reply, the spokesperson said that they will share results of that investigation with the public as soon as they can.
And a man convicted in the shooting death of his parents and family friends in rural Bowdoin is dead. According to the Maine Department of Corrections, 36-year-old Joseph Eaton passed away during the early morning hours of October 28th while residing in a Massachusetts correctional facility under the Interstate Corrections Compact. His death is under investigation, and Eaton was serving a life sentence for murder. On April 18th of 2023, Eaton killed his mother and father, two of their friends, and the family dog before opening fire on a busy interstate in Yarmouth, injuring 3 people.
Well, 2 women have been arrested after a police chase that started in northern Maine and ended in Canada. Police say 37-year-old Rachel Kennedy of Kansas tried to use a fake passport to steal from Katahdin Trust Bank in Holton on October 24th. An officer gave chase when he spotted her running away from the bank and getting into a vehicle. They tried to stop the vehicle, but say the driver, 31-year-old Rashida Henry of Georgia, took off. The chase went north on Interstate 95 and continued through the port of entry into Canada. They were captured by Canadian authorities a few hours later and then were taken back to Maine, where they're now facing a number of charges. Officials say both women also have outstanding warrants for similar charges in their home states.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office is still searching for a missing teen out of Roque Bluffs. Liliana Rose Cook is 16 years old, 5'2", and around 120 pounds. She was last seen in Roque Bluffs and is believed to be headed out of state with a male subject. Cook was last seen in black and white sneakers, an off-the-shoulder white sweater, and carrying a pink and black backpack. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, piercings in her ears and nose, and a tattoo of a rose on her shoulder. If you see Cook, you are asked to contact the Washington County Sheriff's Office at 207-255-8308.
Well, according to the Maine Ethics Commission, nearly $8.5 million has been donated to campaigns on both sides of this year's referendum questions. Our Doug Banks spoke with 3 of those campaigns and has those details.
There are 2 referendum questions Mainers will be asked to support or oppose when they cast their ballot this year. Question 1 pertains to certain election laws, including changes to absentee voting and requiring voters to present a photo ID to cast a vote. Question 2 pertains to gun control, specifically asking voters if they want to establish a process for obtaining an extreme risk protection order. Keep Maine Safe is a campaign group against Question 2. It's a subsidiary of Gun Owners of Maine, and its vice president says they've raised around $64,000 from public donations and their memberships.
That money has been raised over $25 at a time over years in preparation for some push like this.
Voter ID for Me is the only PAC in support of Question 1. Yes on One's campaign manager says around $580,000 have been raised.
The finances comes from, individual donors that support the cause and or other organizations.
On the other side, No on One's campaign is comprised of 36 different groups, and its campaign manager says they've raised around $1.4 million.
We are going into, the last week of the election, and our attention at this point turns to a very large field campaign.
As of Wednesday, the Maine Ethics Commission reports nearly $8.5 million have been donated to campaigns. But does the higher amounts of money raised by a referendum question campaign correlate to what the outcome will be on November 4th?
When you successfully fundraise, it means that you have grown a coalition of people who believe in your position and want to support your activities.
For us, it's no surprise that we were going to be outspent. We knew that from day one. The left here in Maine have millions more compared to, right of center causes, especially in a small election like this. Money has a little less influence because it's really more of the passion and the energy of voters.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. We're the underdog when it comes to money. I know Giffords just donated $100,000 out of state money to the Yes on 2 campaign. We don't have those big out of state donors. All of our money is coming from in-state, from the people who this law will actually affect.
Save Schools, Save Communities is a Yes on 2 campaign that, according to the Maine Ethics Commission, has received over $860,000. We reached out to them but did not receive a response. Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Come November 1st, 170,000 Mainers will lose food access because of a lapse in SNAP benefits from the federal government shutdown. In response, independent senator and gubernatorial candidate Rick Bennett is calling on the governor to convene a special session of the legislature. In a release sent out by Bennett's campaign office, Bennett says in part, quote, "This is an emergency. We cannot wait for Washington to act. I'm calling on Governor Mills to convene a special session of the legislature to meet on November 14th to assess the unmet needs and make sure no Mainer goes hungry. The governor has the authority and the responsibility to act now and convene the legislature."
It sounds like Governor Mills is doing just that. On a related note, Governor Mills announced yesterday that over $1 million will be given to Maine food pantries and anti-hunger programs while the federal shutdown continues. The governor's office says $1.25 million will be given to Good Shepherd Food Bank and other anti-hunger programs. $1 million is coming from the governor's contingency account, and the other $250,000 will come from the John T. Gorman Foundation. Governor Mills stated in part, quote, "When the federal government fails, Maine will not. When challenges arise, Maine people will step up. In partnership with the John T. Gorman Foundation, we're taking action to deliver $1.25 million to strengthen Maine's food pantries, Meals on Wheels, and other programs that help support the food needs of Maine families, children, seniors, and people with disabilities. Breaking down the funding, $650,000 is going to the Good Shepherd Food Bank. $600,000 is directed to Age Wise Maine, which is the state association for Maine's area agencies on aging. And the governor has also directed the Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry to commit an additional $10,000 to enhance the Hunter for the Hungry program, which pays for the processing costs to qualify game processing businesses for donated game meat.
State lawmakers are calling on the University of Maine system leadership to expedite their contract negotiations with the University of Maine Graduate Student Workers Union. The union has bargaining with the administration for nearly 2 years now. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
It's been over 700 days since University of Maine Graduate Student Workers unionized, but they are still without their first union contract.
We're not going to stop until we feel we're fairly compensated and have the agreements that we need.
75 Maine state legislators, including a majority of the Senate, have signed a letter urging the UMaine system to finalize an agreement that addresses the needs of the graduate workers.
Every day that we are without a contract is a day we are without the immediate improvements and protections that we need right now.
Senator Mike Tipping joined a group of UMaine graduate student workers on Wednesday to deliver the letter in person to Chancellor Daniel Malloy.
These are the people that we want to stay in Maine, and so we should at the very least pay them minimum wage, make sure they can go to the dentist, and that is what the delivery today is about.
Chancellor Malloy was absent from the office when the letter was delivered. The university offered us this statement from the chancellor. He says they have reached 29 tentative agreements and are making strong progress on the remaining issues. However, union members say the UMS administration has failed to address persistent issues regarding pay and benefits.
We are struggling with very low pay and really bad insurance, and so knowing that there are legislators that stand behind us is really powerful.
They're not going away. They have these needs, and I believe the university needs to finally recognize it.
Contract now! In Orono, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a local pizzeria chain is helping to pitch in for those in need in the community as the government shutdown continues.
We'll have that story coming up, but first another check of that forecast. A cloudy day ahead today with highs near 54 degrees. Rain will move in tonight. It will be windy too, with lows dropping down to the mid-40s. Tomorrow, rain is likely for Halloween. Highs around 61. We'll be right back.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Wake up to a sausage McMuffin with egg for $3 and any size iced coffee for $1.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Building a new home or garage or expanding your current living space, the Home Planning Center specialists at Hammond Lumber Company are here to help. Bring them your ideas and explore Hammond's digital library of stock drawings for more inspiration. Hammond's drafting department will provide a customized floor plan. Once you approve the design, you'll receive detailed plans and a complete materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund all your design fees. To get started, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road, from work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us, because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Grab any size iced coffee for $1.29 and pair it with a bagel sandwich.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The tradition, the rivalries, the pageantry, and the passion. Big Noon Saturday. Heisman hopefuls Julian Sayin and Jeremiah Smith lead top-ranked Ohio State against Penn State. It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
On Tuesday, 78 schools across Maine participated in a mock election of this year's ballot, plus a third question pertaining to the upcoming 250th anniversary of our country. According to the Secretary of State's office, 29 of those schools have reported results from over 4,000 students. Results from the referendum question 1 show just over 65% of students voted in opposition to question 1. On question 2, nearly 80% of students voted in favor of passing question 2. And the third bonus question asked students, quote, do you believe that the language in the Declaration of Independence, written 250 years ago, is still relevant today? And over 70% of students voted yes, and just under 30% of students voted no. According to Secretary of State Shanna Bellows, this was the first year they've held a mock election for a referendum election rather than a general election. Some of these mock elections also an indication of how their parents might vote on Election Day.
A local pizzeria chain is pitching in to help feed the community during the government shutdown, as SNAP benefits are in jeopardy. Starting next Tuesday, November 4th, Jason's Pizza will begin its Pay What You Can Tuesdays initiative for federal employees and for those who receive EBT or SNAP benefits. On those Tuesdays, all Jason's Pizza locations will offer a selection of menu items at whatever price the customer can afford. The possible items include 1 small topping pizza, spaghetti and meatballs, chicken parmesan, and mozzarella breadsticks.
If you can pay half the price, you pay half the price. If you can pay $1, you pay $1. But just doing our part to make sure people are fed. Being a restaurant, we're in the business of feeding folks.
The promotion does not apply to online orders, and you must show your federal ID or EBT card to take advantage of the offer.
What a nice thing to do. A lot of restaurants are stepping up right now in anticipation of those SNAP benefits running out.
Absolutely. Well, the time now is 8:17. After the break, the most iconic trick-or-treating street in Bangor is gearing up for their Halloween celebrations.
We'll take you to Maple Street coming up. Plus, we'll have the latest on the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa in the Caribbean. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
I'm 82 years old, and absentee voting has been around my entire life. And when my wife was sick, it was the only way she could vote. Question 1 is an attack on absentee voting, plain and simple. All of the people in healthcare, the nurses that work in the hospital, people on shift work, truck drivers that's on the road. Do we want to disenfranchise all these people? I wouldn't think so. Vote no on 1. Save absentee voting in Maine.
I met the Jensens, who just bought a new dining set for over $3,000.
But for that price, at Bob's, they could have bought this 7-piece Betty dining set,
an Aspen sofa and love seat combo,
a 4-piece Betty bedroom set,
and a gem mattress to boot.
That's practically a whole home full of furniture for what the Jensens paid for 1 room. And with flexible financing options to keep costs as low as only $56 per month, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob! Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
On November 4, Mainers will be asked to vote on 2 important statewide questions. Can't get to the polls? In-person absentee voting is available through October 30. Or ask your municipal clerk to send you an absentee ballot, which must be returned by the close of polls. Every Maine citizen has the right to vote, so make your voice heard on November 4. Brought to you by this station, the Maine Association of Broadcasters, and the Office of the Secretary of State.
With Halloween just around the corner, many across the state are decorating their homes and grabbing candy for their trick-or-treaters. On Maple Street in Bangor, residents are preparing for thousands to come to their doors.
Callie Warren has the story.
The street is mobbed, the sidewalks are mobbed. It's crazy. It's almost like a Mardi Gras here.
Maple Street in Bangor is certainly the place to be for trick-or-treaters on Halloween.
It's just like a big street party for a few hours.
With All Hallows Eve about to begin, residents are hard at work decorating and, of course, purchasing some sweet treats.
We had to go to Martin's and Brewer to get a lot of candy this year.
Maple Street residents like Sue Baker say it's a beloved tradition.
I've lived here for 60 years. The last 2 or 3 years, it's just been wild. I think better than it used to be. We have a lot of families that have moved onto the street that have younger kids, and they've helped, with the enthusiasm and bringing it all back. So.
And she's purchased thousands of pieces of candy in preparation for the big day.
And nobody have to worry about the candy. Everybody's really good about good candy.
We normally shoot for about 2,500 pieces of candy. I haven't even kept track this year, but I know in past years it's at least a couple $100.
The holiday is certainly celebrated and cherished by many on Maple Street. So what do you think is the best part of Halloween here on Maple Street? And many new residents flock to the neighborhood for the experience.
It's like a rite of passage to move to Maple Street. Almost the first thing everyone says is, do you know about Halloween? And when new neighbors move in, oftentimes we hear like, oh, we knew about Halloween, and it's one of the reasons we wanted to move to Maple Street.
In Bangor, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Boy, I have great memories of bringing my kids there when they were trick-or-treating age, and you got to hand it to the people there. It's a big investment.
They do a lot.
Some people have real elaborate displays and everything.
Everyone dresses up, gets all into character.
Yeah, it's very neat. Gonna want to wear your slicka tomorrow, though.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already, small craft advisory posted until 6 p.m. as we head towards your Friday, with a gale watch up until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. Active surf that we will need to keep an eye on as we do move forward, and it's already active at around 4 to 6 feet. According to the buoys, while farther down toward the south, look at this, at around 12 to 14 feet. You can see the green showing up as we do have a lot of energy out there at this moment in time. And some of that right there is Hurricane Melissa that is accelerating off towards the north and east at this time. The latest advisory has it strengthening again at 105 miles per hour, which has it as a Category 2 hurricane. And the concern also has it for Bermuda, where hurricane warnings are now posted at this time. It is accelerating to the north and east. Look at this narrow projected path for the eye of this hurricane, so we definitely know where it is going. That's just for the center of it. The effects will be felt farther out from the center, and of course high surf and rip currents will be the concern. On land for us, high pressure is going to keep us quiet today under a mostly cloudy sky, but look at this large area of low pressure. Gusty winds, rainfall will be the big story with this. We could definitely use the rainfall with the drought that we have been dealing with. Futurecast is definitely showing the clouds today. The rain moves in later on tonight. We definitely need this really bad. There is the gusty winds that we're also watching out for. The rain continues through parts of Friday morning. We'll catch some breaks throughout Friday, but we'll also be watching for a few more rain showers as we head towards Friday night and the parts of Saturday morning. But your forecast for today, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s, east wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Things get active tonight, mid-40s for the low, rain showers and windy, and that east wind at about 30 miles per hour. Along the coast, some gusts up to 40 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. Tomorrow, low 60s, rain likely and windy, northeast wind at about 30 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive, showing a mostly cloudy sky for your Saturday with highs in the low 50s, partly cloudy Sunday with highs in the upper 40s, and then low 50s for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today. Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Winterport Sheds now offers home kits ranging in size up to 2,300 square feet. Our homes are built with 2x6 studs and can be fully customized with options for siding, windows, doors, and floor plans. Best of all, they are energy efficient and affordable. Our home kits typically cost 30 to 50% less than conventional construction homes. Only at Winterport Sheds. Give us a call today, 990-2525.
You know Matt pretty well. Did he give you any advice?
He said that I should use 26 words or more.
25 words or less.
Wed,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You just won it!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
The U.S. military is sending a team to Jamaica to assess the damage from Hurricane Melissa. One official says the word catastrophic is not a strong enough word to describe the damage there. Here's ABC's Perry Russum.
This morning, new images of the devastation in Jamaica. The State Department deploying dozens of disaster relief workers as the death toll across the Caribbean from Hurricane Melissa rises. Now at least 30 confirmed dead. Melissa battering Jamaica with 185-mile-per-hour winds, demolishing homes, knocking down trees, and washing out roads. Satellite images show what the town of Black River looked like before the storm and after. The mayor calling the conditions devastating, saying the word catastrophic is a mild description. The high winds ripping part of the roof off this Montego Bay resort. Daylight showing the extent of the damage.
It was horrible. We absolutely don't know how we're going to recover from this, honestly.
The city's airport hit hard, water pouring in, flooding the terminal, parts of the ceiling collapsing. That airport remains closed, but others plan to reopen today. Welcome relief for the some 25,000 tourists trying to get home. Thousands of Jamaicans are in shelters as crews work to restore electricity and access to water across the island. In Santa Cruz, a landslide blocking main roads, reducing streets to mud pits.
The town of Santa Cruz is completely devastated. A wall of water and rock came rushing through the town, covering everything. Getting back to normal is going to take months.
Jamaica's prime minister visiting St. James Parish, where homes and businesses are torn apart, saying, "We are a resilient nation with the capacity to triumph over adversity." Overnight, Hurricane Melissa hit the Bahamas after slamming Cuba, causing widespread destruction. Perry Russum, ABC News, New York.
Now to a developing story overseas. Thousands of people trapped and terrified in a major city and fears of a genocide unfolding in Sudan. It's the alleged massacre carried out on a scale so horrific it can reportedly be seen from space. Experts say satellite images appear to show evidence of mass killings in Sudan's western city of El Fasher. The city had been under siege for months, cut off from food, and an estimated 250,000 people trapped inside, more than half of them being children. Aid groups say civilians have faced relentless violence, sexual abuse, and starvation. What's at stake for all of this is Sudan's gold. The RSF's control of that wealth is fueling its rise to power. American diplomats held indirect talks with the RSF, but hopes for a ceasefire appear to be slim.
Well, this morning, President Trump is traveling back to Washington after his high-stakes meeting with President Xi Jinping. The president now hoping to finalize the trade deal between the two countries and to avoid a costly trade war. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, President Trump headed back to Washington after meeting with China's President Xi Jinping for their first face-to-face meeting since 2019.
We have a deal. Now, every year we'll renegotiate the deal, but I think the deal will go on for a long time, long beyond the year. We'll negotiate at the end of the year, but all of the rare earth has been settled, and that's for the world.
The president announcing the effective rate of tariffs on China has been lowered by 10%, from 57% down to now 47%. On the table, everything from tariffs to fentanyl to ending the Chinese boycott of American soybeans that has pushed some American farmers towards bankruptcy. It would also loosen restrictions on China's sale of rare earth minerals critical for making smartphones and cars. Before the meeting, President Xi talking about their ongoing relationship.
Mr. President, I'm ready to continue working with you to build a solid foundation for China-U.S. relations and create a sound atmosphere for the development of both countries.
Trump also making news just before the meeting was set to start, posting on his social media platform that he had ordered the Pentagon to resume nuclear testing, quote, because of other countries' testing programs. It's a move that would reverse decades of nuclear policy in the U.S. But on Air Force One after the meeting, Trump denied that his announcement was pointed at China. When pressed, he would not get specific about who the other countries were. The president had also hoped to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on this trip, but he did not publicly acknowledge Trump's invitation to meet. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, the Grand Egyptian Museum is finally having a grand reveal with artifacts from Egypt's ancient civilization.
We'll give you a look inside, and later on we'll meet our pet of the week as Good Morning Maine continues.
My favorite part of the program was the hands-on experience of being able to go into classrooms.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
We've got like a really hands-on approach for what it's like in the education field, a really fun environment to learn in.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, October 30th, 2025, and it is also National Candy Corn Day.
This is the time of year when candy corn appears at parties and many other events, and many eat them by the handful. Me. So it makes sense they have their own day. George Riniger, who worked for the Wonderly Candy Company, created candy corn in the 1800s to celebrate what he believed to be the beauty of corn and autumn colors. More than 35 million pounds of candy corn are sold each year, with most of the sales happening during around this time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a big fan of candy corn?
I do. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about earlier, if it's on a jar,
right,
I just can't help myself.
Keep going and going.
Yeah.
I think my brother's a big fan of that too. So
yeah,
it's good stuff. All right, time for history. It was on this day back in 1864, the town of Helena, Montana was founded after 4 miners struck it rich after finding gold there. Unlike other gold mining towns, Helena did not disappear. In fact, it went on to become the state's capital. In 1894, inventor Daniel Cooper patented the first time clock in the U.S., and in 1938, the radio play The War of the Worlds, starring Orson Welles, aired on CBS Radio Network. The drama was presented in the style of live news bulletins, leading many listeners who tuned in late to believe a real Martian invasion was underway. It also caused widespread panic.
You know what's sorry to cut you off.
No,
you know what's
okay.
crazy about that is that in school they actually taught us about that.
Did they? Yeah.
For media ethics.
Yeah.
Basically, because it caused such a disruption for the public.
I think some new rules were made after that. They're going to have
Yeah.
to every now and then say, by the way, this is just a play.
Right.
So people don't freak out and start whatever they did then.
Yeah, it's wild.
And in 1945, the U.S. government announced the end of shoe rationing following a shortage of leather and rubber during World War II.
And in 1974, boxing great Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman to regain the world heavyweight title in a matchup dubbed the Rumble in the Jungle, a fight that was held in Kinshasa, Congo, which was then known as Zaire. I got it right this time. Also in 1974, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre horror film premiered in cinemas in Los Angeles. And in 1995, voters narrowly defeated a referendum that asked whether the province of Quebec should begin the process that would make it independent of Canada. And lastly, in 2005, civil rights icon Rosa Parks became the first woman to lie in honor in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda following her death at the age of 92.
She, of course, is best remembered for
Yes.
refusing to give up her seat during the
Yep,
segregation
civil rights.
years. All right, today's birthdays include businesswoman and presidential daughter Ivanka Trump, who is 44. Actor and filmmaker Henry Winkler is 80. And bassist Timothy B. Schmidt from the Eagles is 78 years old today. Janessa's she's got to know who the Fonz is today.
I have.
After today's midpoint.
A nice lesson.
Yeah, what does the Fonz say?
Hey.
There you go. Be our new thing.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
We're going to turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Hey.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. A small craft advisory has been extended until Friday at around 6 p.m. as we are watching some active surf still. Gale watch is still posted until 8 o'clock coming up on your Saturday, and that is in the evening time frame. So let's move forward. High pressure is overhead, keeping us quiet, and we will be quiet today under a mostly cloudy sky, but we are watching our next area of low pressure. And look at this large system that is causing a lot of rain to develop. The lightning tracker is on, and there's a few bolts developing, but all of this right there will be moving in our direction with some good beneficial rainfall. We need it really bad, and this will be moving in our direction very soon. Futurecast showing the rainfall that will be approaching later on tonight, and that will continue as we head towards Friday morning. So your hourly forecast showing clouds today, and the rain approaches later on tonight and the parts of Friday morning. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
And will it be a dog, a cat?
I don't know.
A donkey, a giraffe? Probably not. We'll find out coming up in our Pet of the Week segment. Don't go away.
Autumn is here. That means winter is just around the corner, and so are higher energy bills. But when Washington tried to cut critical heating assistance to thousands of Mainers, it was Senator Susan Collins who rescued it. A fierce defender of the program, Senator Collins has secured $700 million in funds to help Mainers afford their heating bills, providing essential help for those on fixed incomes. Call, thank Senator Collins, and ask her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Hi, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1. Wow, that's a great deal. Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire.
No, definitely not. No. Let's get you those tires.
Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
I got hit by a semi-truck, and the insurance company is trying to say it's my fault.
I had $20,000 in ER bills, and the insurance company wanted to pay me nothing.
You deserve more. More answers to your questions, more attention to your case, and more money in your pocket.
I called the twos. He got me $223,000, a lot more than the insurance company first offered.
I'm your go-to guy.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Catch University of Maine Black Bears football this season on ABC 7 and Fox 22. Proud to bring you 5 home games.
Welcome back in, folks. Game 5 of the World Series was on Wednesday night. And why show you the highlights when I can just do this? Oh, Canada. I'm just kidding. We'll show you a couple highlights, too. How about this for a start on the first pitch? Davis Schneider puts it over the left field wall to set the tone in this one. Next batter, Vladdy says, wait, I want to turn. And just like that, it's 2-0 Dodgers to start the game. Trey Savage dominated Game 5 with 12 strikeouts, including the side in the second inning. The rookie just absolutely taking over. In the bottom of the 6th, Shohei looking to spark some offense, but Barger makes a diving catch to put a stop to it, and the Blue Jays take a 3-2 series lead, headed back to Toronto. Well, it was a wicked fun night at the Cross as Husson and the University of Maine men's basketball team squared off in a preseason exhibition. Fans poured in as they also got their first look at Ace Flag in a Maine jersey. Even some of the suites were full tonight. It was packed. We pick it up early as Caleb Crawford knocks down the deep ball to open the scoring. Shortly after, Eric Athers connects with Andre McCauley, who lays it in to make it 6-5 Maine. Here you go, folks. What you've all been waiting for, Ace Flag's first bucket in a Maine uniform as he strikes down the middle, posts up on the block, and finishes the tough layup through traffic next. It's number 64. How about that number? Bashir Nagala for 3 as Maine is rolling in the second half. It's a familiar face in Pierce Walston now, the former Gatorade Player of the Year and Orono guard, puts on a nifty move, kisses it off the glass for 2, but Maine wins 89-47. We'll head up to Orono as the Maine women's soccer team will be fighting for their playoff lives on Thursday night against rival UNH. The Black Bears sit at 3-7-3 on the year with a 2-3-2 record within the conference. But all they'll need Thursday night is a win or a draw to punch their ticket to the America East playoffs, a tournament Maine has won the past 2 seasons, actually beating those Wildcats from across the border in that America East title game last November. So there's obviously history between these two programs, but there's very recent history as well. Just ask the players, hey, Jordan Panette, what's it mean to beat UNH?
Everything. It's that game, like, I feel like UNH it's always a good game. It's always hard. It's always tough, but it just shows that, like, yeah, we're going to prove that we're ready. We need this. We want it.
Well, obviously it's a border battle. We always get a little extra, like, fired up because it's UNH, so we want to show them that, like, we're the best. So, yeah, we're very excited, and it's a really important game for us. So we're just going to leave it all out there.
Show them that we're the best. I absolutely love that. The Patriots made some moves on Tuesday, not only trading Kyle Duggar and Keon White, but also extending Marcus Jones. The Patriots signing the cornerback/punt returner to a 3-year contract extension worth a reported $36 million. Jones, who was selected as one of the team's captains this season, has been rock solid defensively, coming up with 2 interceptions so far. While on special teams, he's been lights out already, chipping in with an 88-yard punt return for a TD. Marcus and several of his teammates hosted a Halloween party for youngsters battling cancer on Tuesday. Marcus was excited to be with the kids, and he's excited he's staying in Foxborough for the foreseeable future.
It meant a lot. You know, I got drafted here, so, you know, they extended their arms and welcomed me here, and knowing that, you know, I'm having 3 more years after that is a pleasure, so I'm happy and looking forward to it.
That is great. The high school soccer playoffs are officially underway. We'll kick things off down in Guilford for a battle between the 8-man North opponents here. The number 1 seed Piscataquis Pirates hosted the 8 seed Mattinacook Lynx. Let's get started here. Early in the first half, Oliver Lukoviskis sends one from the sidelines, and it bounces off the head of a Lynx defender. Just how they drew it up. Pirates take a 2-0 lead. Then their keeper Noah Kane makes a nice save and boots it way downfield, which is going to set up this breakaway shot in goal from Chase Lander, who extends the lead to 3 very early on in the first half. Pirates get another chance up close, but Lynx keeper Blake Klauke steps in front for the big stop, but the Pirates kept on sailing, and now it's Lukoviskis sends a shot towards the net that is initially saved, but right there to finish is Lander, who helps the Pirates advance with a 12-1 victory. Moving over to Hamden now for some Class D South action. The 5-seed Buckfield Bucks made the trip to play the 4-seed Bangor Christian Patriots. Patriots down 1-0 in the second half, looking to make a push, but Bucks senior Gavin Parsons clears it out. Another Patriots push, this one in the zone. Jesse Booker fires a shot, but it's blocked by Parsons. They'll get another chance here, but Bucks keeper Neil Haylock forces the shot from too low, and the ball hits the net. Now it's Buckfield on the attack. But out of nowhere, here comes Patriots junior Samuel Whitcomb, who lays the boom and takes off with the ball and delivers a nice pass into the zone, giving Bangor another chance. The Bucks defense was just too solid all day, though, and the 5-seed gets the 1-0 upset win over the Patriots. We'll take a look at some other scores from around the region in Class D boys soccer. Fort Fairfield wins 9-0. In Class B boys soccer, John Babs with a 2-1 win over Coney. Class C boys, Washington Academy with a 5-4 win over the number 4 seed George Stevens. That is a shootout in Class C field hockey. Orono with the OT win over Dexter. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Worcester Enterprise, Eastern and Central Maine's locally trusted property maintenance company, specializing in renovations, land prep, and driveway repair. Worcester Enterprise is your go-to for quality work and excellent customer service. Give them a call today for a free estimate.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow.
The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Come home to the kitchen of your dreams. At Atlantic Designs, we redefine kitchen spaces, turning your dreams into reality. Our experienced designers ensure you get a stunning new kitchen while bringing function and style to every corner. Whether you're on a tight budget or ready to splurge, we've got the perfect plan for you. Your dream kitchen is closer than you think. So contact Atlantic Designs today and start the process. Your dream kitchen awaits with the kitchen people at Atlantic Designs.
This Halloween, Fox 22 is turning your living room into a haunted house with a Treehouse of Horror marathon. Starting Halloween Day at 1 p.m., join Bart, Lisa, Homer, Marge, Maggie, and the whole Springfield crew as they take you on frightfully funny adventures that are sure to send shivers and laughs down your spine. So grab the candy, dim the lights, and don't miss the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror marathon. Only on Fox 22.
Worcester Enterprise, Eastern and Central Maine's locally trusted property maintenance company, specializing in renovations, land prep, and driveway repair. Worcester Enterprise is your go-to for quality work and excellent customer service. Give them a call today for a free estimate.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here today with Catherine, of course, from the Bangor Humane Society for our Pet of the Week segment. We have a little rambunctious puppy in the studio today. Who is this?
I don't know if you can see. Can we see?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me get him up here.
There you go. Okay, this is Shadow. So Shadow is about 2 months old. He just came to us through an animal control officer. I guess he was surrendered. He had already at only 2 months. He had been passed around to a couple of families, and they just couldn't find the right fit for him. Right. So he ended up with us, and he's fully vetted and ready to go. And we're hoping that he's going to find a family soon. He's a super sweet guy.
Yeah, he's neat. I love the little floppy ear.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Can you get a shot of? Look at this guy over here. And he's 100% puppy. He's trying to eat everything. You know,
yeah.
they'll grow out of that after a while. But
he just wanted to sit behind me in the driver's seat all the way here, and that was not functional.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put you down.
There you go. Run around.
There you go.
Hi, sweetheart. Yes, so we are hoping that he's going to go home soon. And as with anything, as with any dog, he will need to meet with any other dogs that you have in the home, and we do want him to meet with everyone just to make sure it's a good fit. But usually puppies are a pretty easy placement.
Yeah.
But you do get to see their personalities pretty much right out of the gate. Yeah, as he chews on the carpet.
Yeah, you gotta think puppies are so cute, but they're a handful. They're babies, you know.
Exactly. And I always say that, yeah, puppies are cute, and I know kids like puppies, and they're well-meaning, but they tend to lose their interest pretty quickly, and so somebody in the household has got to be willing to be the one in charge of the puppy.
You gotta teach them the rules, and you gotta go through the teething stage and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And I remember when my dog was a puppy, and the kids would leave stuff out, and it would get chewed on, and it was clear that that's not the dog's fault. That's your fault, because you know what the dog is doing right now. So and he is in the teething stage for sure.
Yeah. I've lost belts and shoes and you name it over the years.
I have so many shoes with chew marks in them. I wear them anyways because you can either have pets or you can have nice things. It's not both.
Yeah, he would make a good little companion though, for sure.
Yeah, and he actually is learning how to be on the leash. He's not doing too badly. Once he settled down in the car, he was a great little passenger. So he's gonna make a great co-pilot and a good hiking buddy for somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
And he won't get too big either.
I don't think he's going to. We've got him listed as a large breed because he is a shepherd mix of some sort. But he kind of feels like he's on the smaller side to me.
Yeah,
he might be. Yeah, it's hard to say. He could, he could have a nice growth spurt, but for now he's a pretty small guy.
Yeah. Well, I noticed. I looked on the website today, and you get a bunch of pets over there, cats, and a couple of other cute little puppies.
Yeah, always do. Yeah, and of course we've got our long stays. Right now, we're really hoping to find a placement for a long stay dog we've got named Mandy.
Right.
She's been with us for 3 years, and I would just love to see her go home. So please, if you live alone or if it's just adults and you have no other pets, she's a great fit. And there are lots of animals in shelters across the country like that just need a little extra.
Absolutely.
So
I have a friend who just adopted one from the Humane Society yesterday, and they're already posting pictures and so happy with their new little dog.
I think I know who it is. Yes.
She works in radio.
Cindy and Birdie. Yay.
Right. Yeah, she's very happy. So.
Good.
Well, if you have some room in your heart or in your home, you might want to get on the website and see what they have on over there. And of course, they can always use some help too with various things.
All the things, volunteer work, supplies we always need, and of course monetary donations help the shelter to function. So always looking for that. Yeah, so we can move more of these guys through and into the homes they should be in.
All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Catherine, for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to send it back over to Devin for a final look at that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, small craft advisory posted until 6 p.m. as we head towards your Friday, with a gale watch up until 8 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. Active surf that we will need to keep an eye on as we do move forward, and it's already active at around 4 to 6 feet according to the buoys, while farther down toward the south, look at this, at around 12 to 14 feet. You can see the green showing up as we do have a lot of energy out there at this moment in time, and some of that right there is Hurricane Melissa that is accelerating off towards the north and east at this time. The latest advisory has it strengthening again at 105 miles per hour, which has it as a Category 2 hurricane, and the concern also has it for Bermuda, where hurricane warnings are now posted at this time. It is accelerating to the north and east. Look at this narrow projected path for the eye of this hurricane, so we definitely know where it is going. That's just for the center of it. The effects will be felt farther out from the center, and of course high surf and rip currents will be the concern. On land for us, this high pressure is going to keep us quiet today under a mostly cloudy sky. But look at this large area of low pressure. Gusty winds, rainfall will be the big story with this. We could definitely use the rainfall with the drought that we have been dealing with. Futurecast is definitely showing the clouds today. The rain moves in later on tonight. We definitely need this really bad. There is the gusty winds that we're also watching out for. The rain continues through parts of Friday morning. We'll catch some breaks throughout Friday, but we'll also be watching for a few more rain showers as we head towards Friday night and the parts of Saturday morning. But your forecast for today, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s, east wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Things get active tonight, mid-40s for the low, rain showers and windy, and that east wind at about 30 miles per hour. Along the coast, some gusts up to 40 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. Tomorrow, low 60s, rain likely and windy, northeast wind at about 30 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive, showing a mostly cloudy sky for your Saturday with highs in the low 50s, partly cloudy Sunday with highs in the upper 40s, and then low 50s for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get $4.99 for $60 on an all-wheel drive Camry hybrid with a captivating interior. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
My dad got shoved by an employee at the nursing home and broke his hip. When I asked management about it, they tried to cover it up and said it was an accident.
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law investigated and found out the truth. The nursing home had to take responsibility for what happened to my dad.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Looking to power your home or business with efficiency and reliability? At Ideal Energy Solutions, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services, heat pump installation and service, and are an authorized Generac dealer, built to keep you running in any weather. We're proud registered vendors with Efficiency Maine, from residential upgrades to commercial installations. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
After 2 decades of anticipation and countless delays, the Grand Egyptian Museum is finally having a grand reveal. The museum will officially open on Saturday and will feature treasures from Egypt's ancient civilization. Located just outside Cairo, next to the Giza pyramids, the $1 billion facility is poised to become the world's largest museum dedicated to a single civilization.
It includes more than 50,000 artifacts detailing the life of ancient Egypt. The museum is one of the mega projects launched by the Egyptian president, who has had massive investments in infrastructure with the aim of reviving an economy that was weakened by decades of stagnation. It's expected to boost the tourist industry, which is the major source of currency in the cash-strapped country.
Boy, I'd love to go there someday.
Oh, me too.
I've always been fascinated by that whole...
Me too. It's really interesting.
Yeah, maybe one of these days.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. That is all the time we have, but as always, we thank you for joining us.
Have a great day, everyone.